Chase Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's Mayfield. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Jones on the return. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the Bears take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now it's Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Going up top. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Vikings nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Well, that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Off play action, Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Evans.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Looking to throw again on second down.
Fields.
And his throw is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
That's complete right side to Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A first look now for Darrynton Evans.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Credit Zadarius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
They'll try and run for it with Evans.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Now here's Fields on the sneak.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Now here's Fields on the sneak.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain
on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches, go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally, that should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't like the call.
You don't like that?
That's just because they didn't get it, though.
Oh,
Hindsight's 2020.
2020 and never defeated.
Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bears lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. On the 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. Fourth down, Mayfield.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down.
He'll fire it deep for Rager.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Minnesota. 58 yards.
Cook is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Cook, and he's going the wrong way again. He'll lose yardage here back to the 5.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Joseph's got it. So the long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made the decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
They'll go again here with Evans.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
From the 50, here's Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
In motion, the tight end.
They'll run here with Evans.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to surge ahead with Evans.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Darrynton Evans, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Play action. It's Fields.
He's got a man complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Chase Claypool.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bears continue to pull away here in this first half.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Vikings 3. Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They go play action. Mayfield toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Jones on the return.
And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
At the 32-yard line.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down.
Fields now to throw.
Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
On play action, Fields.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Bears take over first down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
Fields pass complete to Darnell Mooney. A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Mayfield on first down. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Mayfield on play action. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. This ball complete to Rager. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Throwing. Mayfield. They'll get this right back to Rager. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Second down and goal. Mayfield. Flush to his right. And this one's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Cook. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, a run with Evans. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Here's Fields. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And taken right at the 35. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 2nd half at FedEx Field now. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic, and getting over to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of...
Now a first down throw, Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. That's reeled in by Claypool. What a catch.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
14-yard line, second and 11.
Another try after the first down sack.
Fields.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is third and 11.
Play action, Fields. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Up. Point it right. Regular. Hurry.
Following the interception, Mayfield.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
Hey,
Mayfield looks to throw. And Cook has it left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Mayfield. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
Taking it about the 1.
Now Jones. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a throw here to his running back.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Open man. He finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago.
A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Taken from about the 12. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook.
Finding space at the 40.
He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook.
78 yards.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At the 41-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe you put it in the air on second down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, then you stop that clock.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Now Fields.
Evans has it left side. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Regular.
Here's Baker.
And that is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Mayfield.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Bears 42, Vikings 24.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken from about the 12. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Mayfield to throw it. Catch is made by Hawk. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Bears.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Looks like he'll throw here. He's going to air one out. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their